Good morning. So I'm going to put together a quick little video about a mistake that I made while I was still in training. Probably one of the most common mistakes that a lot of new pilots do when they're flying. And that is, as you're getting ready to take off, you start to feel that initial lift and you jump into your seat. Especially if you're one of the lighter guys like me, you really feel that difference. But what happens is once you jump into your seat and you haven't fully left the ground, you actually cause your glider and your paramotor to sag, which then often results in what's called a prop strike. And that's where the prop hits the ground, shatters, breaks, whatever can occur, and then you lose all momentum and usually come in for either a face first or worse, a turtle landing. So a little bit backstory, I had that same instance occur during training. I felt the lift starting to generate on myself. Thought I was in the air instead of churning ground and just keep running until I was ready. I jumped into the seat thinking I was ready. It sagged, I caught my prop on the ground and exploded. So let's jump to that video and you'll see first what happens and we'll dissect what actually occurred. All right, let's see that again. Here I struggled a bit with the inflation and also the weight of the engine, but I did get it above my head. Here you can see the prop strike as I jumped into my chair. I then lost momentum, but luckily my face broke my fall. I also hit the kill switch, saving the wing as well. So after that really bad launch, I kind of got stuck in my head for a little bit. I think most people would. I was frustrated with myself. I was still in the middle of the training. So I was sitting off on the sidelines watching the other people take off and land. But kudos to Brad and Dave. Dave went back to the hangar, got a new prop, got me a wing, got me laid out. I switched to an 80 at that time. If you saw, I was using a Moster 185, which is a little bit more of the heavier engine. And as you can see, I was still working on the skills of kiting and bringing in power at the right time. So I switched to the 80, and basically, as the old saying goes, to get back on the horse, they laid out my wing and gave me that option. They didn't say, go, you need to get back up in the air. They laid it out and said, here it is if you want to. And so I knew with this type of sport, I could get stuck in my own mind and self-doubt. So strapped in, and you'll see from the next video, my very next launch. So a good follow-up secondary launch. Still had some work to do, of course, but I was able to get out of my head, and that was the most important part, was to be able to take that mistake that I made and move from it, but also to learn from it, to know, hey, make sure you are churning your feet until you reach there. And till then, I still make sure that, and try to be self-conscious when I go to take off, is keep those legs running, let the machine lift me in the air as opposed to me trying to force it into the air. So all those little things have come together as I've grown in a paramotor pilot, and hopefully I don't have a prop strike again, but it's something that I always am cognizant of and I always try to make sure that I avoid. So, and with that, I just want to end with that this stuff happens, especially if you're a newer pilot. Do not get frustrated. There's ways to fix the prop. There's ways to get back up in the air real quickly, but that you can also be your worst enemy if you don't try to overcome those fears or try to work past them, or also reach out to see what you were doing wrong as well. So with that, have a great day.